Food for the Poor Guyana Incorporated continues to assist the poor and needy in our community. Several persons received wheelchairs last Saturday. Details in this report. Last Saturday, Food for the Poor Guyana Incorporated presented wheelchairs to a number of physically challenged persons at a simple ceremony at the St. Francis Community Developers Headquarters in Port Morant. Food for the Poor coordinator in Berbice and president of the St. Francis Community Developers, Mr. Alex Foster, who chaired the proceedings, elaborates.
It's a privilege on behalf of St. Francis, and moreover, even a greater privilege to welcome you on behalf of Food for the Poor Guyana. Food for the Poor Guyana is ably represented, as I said earlier here this morning, by one of its senior manager and Gibson Kynes manager and his assistant, and they will be looking after the interests of Food for the Poor this morning. This morning activity is twofold. We are here to do two things. One is to honor the child who excelled and topped the region in terms of their grade 4, grade 6. So without further ado, Food for the Poor, on hearing about the child performance and knowing that he is from the school next door that works closely with one of the center that we work with, the All Saints Developmental Center in New Amsterdam, decided that they would like to make a little donation presentation to the young man this morning.
The opportunity was also taken by Food for the Poor to present a bicycle and other materials to Berbice's top performer at this year's NGSA, Master Travis Isaacs Jr. Mr. Jamil Davis, Senior Manager and Food for the Poor Manager of Gifts and Kind Department, in his remarks said,
Food for the Poor today is responding to applications received through St. Francis Community Developers for wheelchairs. Food for the Poor has been distributing wheelchairs for as long as it exists in 24 years. But this is the first time that we have a shipment of wheelchairs that we'll be distributing throughout the country in collaboration with other organizations, because wheelchairs now have different stipulations in how we should give to people, how they should be fitted, and some other requirements by donors. So today we're here to hand over a quantity of wheelchairs. Their families are here today, and we also have some extras that we're going to be leaving just in case we have applications coming after. And we also welcome more applications because we have a total of 550 to distribute throughout the country. So the more applications coming, it's better for us. We get it directly to the people, so the lives of the people can become better. We're collaborating also with National Disabled Persons Network through Mr. Hilton Morris, who's sitting right here, who's going to help us to, with any assembling of the wheelchair, any modifications that needs to be done, or any advice that you need. We will definitely call on him, and you can call him. He's going to leave you his number and his contact information, so the families who are benefiting today, if you discover any difficulties or any problems with the wheelchair, you can definitely give him a call. Not saying that you can't call Food for the Poor. You can call Alex as well and let us know what's happening with the wheelchair.
Words of gratitude were delivered by Mr. Hilton Morris of the Region 6 Network of Persons with Disabilities, Ms. Kim of the New Amsterdam Special Needs School and the Disabled Network, and Ms. Hazel George of the Department of Education.
Especially thank Food for the Poor Guyana, Mr. Jamil and his assistant, along with Mr. Alex Foster, for the kind donation that persons with disabilities would have received today. This donation will make our lives on a daily basis better, and our mobility will be more smooth.
I would like to say thank you to the Poor Georgetown through Mr. Alex Foster. It was that an afternoon, Mr. Foster called and said, you need some applications. They have wheelchair in Georgetown, and you have to go to applications for persons. I was so happy to come on board with that, because the week before, one of the members of the Disabled Network came to the school looking for a wheelchair. He came with a tire in his hands, the bare rim, I went to the New Amsterdam Hospital when I get a call, I was so happy right away. To work, I went into Angais Avenue where we had to go take pictures of persons, but it wouldn't be technically here this morning.
We are happy to receive wheelchairs that will benefit children. Most of the children are from the nursery level, and we recognize we have within our region Miss Mycin Robertson, who could not have been here today, who normally goes to the school and help children with disabilities. She will go help the teachers as well as the children with activities that will enhance their learning, be it visually impaired, physically mobility and all of that. She will teach them how they will teach the children to move around, the types of games, and so Ms. Mycin has been tasked to do that for the schools. However, when she goes to every school, she will assess children with disabilities and then make a recommendation to us at the Department of Education for us to see whatever help we can give to them in terms of their needs. And so she brought in all these needs with the wheelchairs, and we wrote a letter to the organization through Mr. Alex Foster. And today we are very happy that these wheelchairs will benefit those children.
Thank you tokens were also presented to Mr. Davis of Food for the Poor and to Mr. Foster of St. Francis Community Developers.